is the BD Boys podcast. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
First episode. Glad to be here.
Man, so I'll just introduce myself. I'm Corbin Dyson. Been here since 2013. Love this place. It feels like home. And I have my youngest brother.
My name is Colin Dyson. I've been here since May 1st of 2024. Just a short, about 7 months now. This place has felt like home since my whole life, I guess.
Do you feel like you've grown up here?
Yes. Yeah.
Me too.
In this very room, I remember playing hooky from school and coming in here, eating snacks, laying on the couch, watching TV.
Man, we had that leather couch back in the corner right there with that old style, not the flat screen we got up there now, watching cartoons and
oh man,
shows we didn't get to watch at home.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah.
Nothing bad like Baywatch, stuff like that. It's fun, but man, yeah. So the BD Boys podcast, some stuff we're going to talk about. Man, we got a bunch of cool stories about this place. But I was kind of thinking about when we were talking about doing this podcast with Mr. Perky over there. He's not our intern because he's actually paid, but he kind of came up with some topics, and I stinking love them. And I'm going to kind of go at you, Colin, as far as it just got cold on us Sunday. I already had people coming in yesterday talking about vehicles starting slowly, stuff going on. What is kind of winterizing your vehicle look like?
So when we get it in here, first thing obviously is coolant. We want to make sure the coolant is to the correct, how far it will go as far as when it gets below freezing. So that's first thing. We'll check your battery. When it does get cold, it does like to just tear down that battery. So we'll check the battery, make sure that it has good charge on it. Alternator's charging it like it should when you're driving the vehicle. Tires, when it gets cold, it's going to get slick here at some point when the moisture comes in, and you want to make sure you have good tread on those tires so you're not slipping and sliding around town, getting in accidents, things like that. So we want to make sure your vehicle is road ready for the cold, for the wetness, the slickness, things like that. So,
well, and just like looking at that, talking about since Monday, we've had a really stinking nice winter, I guess you'd call it. So winter so far, and just right now we have farmer and ranchers, oil and gas guys in the customer lounge, and that's kind of what I've heard from them throughout the couple of days is about their trucks. Kind of starting a little slow. And then, you can tell when it gets cold, those guys, they're the first to get in here because that's their lifeline. That's how they feed their cattle, how they do their, business. That's how that's their way of transportation and their work vehicle. So, I think it's important. I don't see it as much as you and Sean and Jerry over there. But I know when people start calling when it gets cold, I know exactly what's kind of going on.
Yeah, especially we want to make sure that they, like you said, that's how they get around and do their job. So they got to have that and make sure it works well, and so they can get around and go about their day and their job. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Do you and Sean or Jerry ever get under the hood, under the drive, kind of stick your finger in there, taste the fluid, make sure it's all right?
I can't say I do. Jerry likes to get under the hood on the drive. Sean
hands-on man.
Sean doesn't really do that. He's got quite the paper pile on his desk, so he's in there grinding.
We got to buy Sean like a sticky tab that goes on that phone where he can just stick it on his face and just walk around, or get him a headset.
Well, he needs like one of those Apple VR vision where he can just draw with his hand and it just appears.
His to-do list?
Yes. Yeah.
I may get me one of those too. That'd be stinking awesome. Well, kind of leading, what's another thing we kind of talked about, and I'll kind of take this one a little bit. Oil and gas farming and ranching industry for Barbara-Dyson over the past 30 years. Kind of gearing towards, I'm just listening to old stories and stuff like that. I don't know if you've ever heard Dad or Bruce talk about when they bought the dealership 30 years ago. It was Bob Main across from the park, and they bought it, and it was like there was like 5 cars out there, no trucks, like 5 like Crown Vics and some. We all like Crown Vics. You got OJ still wishes he had his Crown Vic, not OJ Simpson, but our OJ. But Crown Vics and Lincoln Town cars, and I'll never forget the story. They went up to the Oklahoma City Auto Auction and came back and bought like 15. Like I think half of those were Crown Vics and cars, but there were some trucks. And at that time around Elk, Red Johnson, which is no longer there, it's who Juan L. Our service. Those of you who don't know Juan L., greatest woman in the world.
Yep.
She's knowledgeable. She actually worked for Red Johnson for many, many years. Red's a good guy. But he serviced the farm and ranching industry, oil and gas. Oil and gas really wasn't a play in the early 90s out here very much. But and they brought some trucks back, and people thought they lost their minds. Around Elk City, people were like, no, you don't need to carry those trucks. You don't need to carry that many cars. And it's cool just to see over the years, you and I, growing up around it, just running around here like hoodlums. We didn't know what was going on. Seeing the industry grow and Barbara-Dyson grow with the industry, taking that heads on. Mm-hmm. And that's I feel like that's in your department. Service has been the vital part of that. Yeah, taking care of these guys in the oil and gas and farm and ranching. But I feel like when you say, every customer to us is just as important as the other. But predominantly, we're oil and gas, farming and ranching out here. Mm-hmm. Is that what y'all see through the drive? You see more, different things than I see most of the time. But
it's just like farmers and ranchers. They got to have their vehicles to do their job, and the oil and gas industry is a vital part of our community. So they got to have their vehicles fixed and ready to get on the road. But yeah, it's not.
It's and everybody in between. You see people that come in here. I just see connections all the time. Like, even just our basic, but not basic. That's bad. But just our retail customers. They're either they have a spouse or husband, wife, or somebody that works in either farm and ranching or oil and gas. And it's just, I love the town of Elk City because do I think we could be more diverse out in our area? Absolutely. I hope we do get more diverse and bring in corporations and stuff in the future. But we're so dependent on oil and gas, farming and ranching, and I love it because they're the greatest people in the world. We have, I would say, I've talked to a lot of guys around the state, Oklahoma and Texas, talk about their customers and, talking about different things. I think we have the greatest customers in the world at Barbara-Dyson. Mm-hmm. Customer service is the hardest business, period. Everybody should do retail in their life once. Yep. It would humble some people. Yep. You know who you are. You need to be humbled. Not pointing you out.
But no, for me, I worked up in Oklahoma City for 2.5 years and at Cavender Ford. That is not a paid sponsor, by the way.
Nope, not paid.
And it is wildly different. Obviously you see everything up there in Oklahoma City, but the difference between the customers there and here, I was excited to come back and just every face that came in, typically, most of the people that come in, we know, and they're returning customers. Up there, customers don't really care how they act because they can go to a dealership 2 miles down the road, 3 or 4 miles down the road, and think they can just treat you however they want. And
I love some of your stories that you used to tell me.
Man, there's some good ones from up there. But
we won't go into like political. We're not political. We're not getting into that. But you had some good stinking political arguments from customers.
Oh man, yeah.
And if that would have happened here at BD Ford, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have got my phone out and recorded it.
Yeah.
And it would have went wild on some sort of social media. But no, you're right, dude. I mean, hearing your stories from when you were in the city, and we have a bunch of good customers out of the city. But I think the reason for that, both service and sales, is because how we treat them. Mm-hmm. They've gotten tired and not taking shots at city dealers or anything like that, because we got a bunch of good friends who are. But we take the time. We know our customers. They're not just a number. We treat every single customer the same. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you bought a $100,000 F450 Limited or if you bought a $26,000 Maverick. Yeah. I've watched it, and I think that culture has started from the top down with David and Bruce. Just treating people with respect. It's pretty fun to watch and pretty fun to be a part of. I mean, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I've only been here for a little over 7 months, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy being here. I enjoy working with my brother and my dad.
Thanks, man. Don't make me blush.
When I told people that I was going to come back and work for you and Dad and work here at Barber Dyson, they're like, well, good luck. I mean, you see brothers working together, and sometimes it just doesn't go very well. Sometimes it can crash and burn, but I mean, we're 8 years apart. We've always had a great relationship with each other, and I mean,
I feel like the gap, it kind of has something to do with it. I feel like if we were closer, Barrick's so relaxed and chill, but if we were 4 years apart, there probably would have been some headlocks on the showroom. I mean, we're still early, dude. I'm just telling you, you better tell them to get another vehicle on the showroom, because you're going to need to bob and weave one of these days, because I am going to chase you.
Okay. And
you're faster than me, but I'm sneaky. And ask Quentin Nichols about that. I'm sneaky.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man. What kind of another one of our topics we were going to roll into. What did we? You got that pulled back up?
Yeah.
Our paid intern over there. So vehicles, 2024 model vehicles. So I know you've only been here for 7 months, but when you first started, what's the lot look like now compared to what it looked like?
Man, we have so much inventory. I mean, when I got here, Truck Island, there was nothing on Truck Island.
Yeah.
Now there's vehicles everywhere on Truck Island. And then the used lot, when I got here, I mean, there was some inventory on there. But right now, there's a lot of inventory on the used lot. But yeah.
Truck Island's back, baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a sand party when it warms up out there.
I think y'all started Truck Island when I was in high school, and I thought it was the coolest thing.
Remember when it flooded?
Yeah, that was bad.
We should have, man. If we were smart enough back then, we should have went swimming and filmed video content and stuff like that. It would have been awesome. Swimming under vehicles. I don't know. Maybe far-fetched. Maybe it's dumb, but no. Like you saying, I mean, the lot is packed, and people. I hear customers coming here every day. Golly, you got a bunch of vehicles. We do, and we never thought we would have had that many vehicles again. Honestly, during COVID, man, we just spread them out. Dad, he's a stinking master. I call him a chess player, because he gets out there and he stinking visualizes a lot. He's just nobody. Have you ever noticed nobody goes out there and asks him for help? Because everybody here knows if they go out and park a vehicle the wrong way, the chess master,
they're going to hear about it.
He's going to let you hear about it, and then he's going to fix your mistake. So we just kind of, for over the years I've been here, everybody just lets him do his thing. But I've never seen anybody go out there and visualize a lot and visualize how he wants the vehicles parked like he does. And he'll just come in, he'll have his old phone out, and he'll have the VIN numbers and just blah, blah, blah. And it's fun. It's stinking fun to watch. And then I just sit over there and just smile. Just look at old Quint, look at old Q.
It's like he gets tunnel vision, and he blocks out everything. Like, you can be talking to him, he doesn't hear a word you say. He's just, I don't get it.
It's like those movies where everything's in slow-mo and you're just like picturing your next move, Yeah, I don't have that. But the 2024s, and that's what I want. I mean, talking about this, starting this podcast, I want people to know what's going on at BD, what's going on in Elk City and Western Oklahoma, not just the auto industry, not just with us, but kind of hitting on some stuff. So with the inventory, I mean, we have more inventory than ever. But in saying that, all the 2024s all have rebates. We hadn't had that in years. All have low interest rate. Have definitely not had that in a while. I mean, there's stuff as low as 1.9. You'll see. I do think you will see 0% probably hit in like a month and a half. Truck month's coming, baby. But the beautiful thing is about truck month, I don't know if you know this. Do you know this?
I do not.
It's always truck month at Barbara Dyson Ford. It's always truck month, baby. We bring the energy, the BD energy, every stinking day. So, but no, excited about that. And like people, I always tell people, people are texting me today, is it a good time to trade for Expeditions? Man, it's a fantastic time to trade for Expeditions. Well, you're just being a salesman. Yeah, I am a salesman. Thank you. But I'm also a utility man. But no, I mean, like you have $7,000 off on rebates on Expedition. Hadn't seen that. And then you got low interest options too. I mean, it's a good time. I mean, if you're a consumer out there, or you're thinking about trading, come see us. Don't go to the city. Thank you. Or west. But no, it's a good time to trade. We're gonna have a lot of cool things coming through the pipeline. Got new vehicle models coming out, just different stuff. One thing, Colin, we've talked about this till we're blue in the face, and it's crazy to me that some people don't know, but we're in the industry, so we know we sell tires.
Yes, we do.
Tires.
And
hold on, there's a customer that wants to buy some tires with me. I'll call you back.
And nobody can beat our price. If you go somewhere around town and get a quote for them on some tires, bring that quote to us. We will beat that price.
What if I go to Oklahoma City or go to wherever? I mean, you're talking about you can go anywhere and get, if you get that price and you have it on paper, we can match it or beat it.
Yep.
What about brands? Like I mean, you know more than I do. What all brands? We should have all the major brands, right?
All the major brands, yeah. You got Michelin, you got Cooper, what other ones? Bridgestone, Firestone. What's the other big one?
The majors. We're in the majors. You know what? I was thinking about a funny story when Ford first started this basically getting into the tire game. I think it was right around when I moved back, like 13, 14, somewhere around there. But I remember a relative of ours, we call him Baldy. He is a superhero in Elk City, Oklahoma. Thank you, Darren Murray. But he started bringing his trailer up here and getting trailer tires put on, and he'd back that old trailer up over there by our bay doors, and or just take them off and have them in the back of his truck and bring them up here. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Buying trailer tires." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know we sold trailer tires." So saying people that that they don't know we sell tires, heck, I didn't know we sold certain tires either.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if it's not on our, like, Ford gives us a tire tool, right, and it has the major brands on there. If we don't carry that brand, we can still try and find them. Our parts department down there can look them up, and we can try and find them. Just give us a call and ask.
It's kind of like Google me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Shop me, baby. Shop me. You know what I'm gonna love? I'm gonna love somebody watching this first BD Boys podcast and coming in, and they're gonna try to throw a bomb on us. And I hope it doesn't work. No, man. I mean, hey, I think that's all great stuff. I just, I think through this podcast, through the future podcast, I think we ought to get this stuff out to the consumers and kind of, tell a little bit about the history of Barbara Dyson. I want to get into some funny stories in future podcasts because we got plenty of them. Yeah. With Ray Haven on staff, there's 30 years of stories. And I'm going to start kind of jotting these down, and we may have to get Ray in here to tell us some of the stories because we want his perspective as well. Because you want two perspectives because he's going to try to defend himself, which he should.
Right.
He should. But man, this is going to be fun.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
ready to
excited.
roll?
I mean, you and I have always had in the back of our minds. I mean, not necessarily with each other, but
Yeah,
starting a podcast is pretty cool.
dude. I mean, I'm not going to lie. New Heights I've gotten into New Heights pretty regularly, and I think it's hilarious. Kind of, when I was kind of thinking about New Heights, Jason Kelsey is the older brother, but I'm much better looking, and that's Travis Kelsey. So it's kind of weird.
Oh, okay.
But I'll let you, since you're the younger brother, you can kind of take that role. And but no, man, it's going to be fun.
Better looking, more athletic.
Are you talking about yourself right now? Or are you talking about me?
A billionaire girlfriend.
Oh, you're talking about T Swizzle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. What a nerd. But man, I say let's do it. Let's bring the thunder. I don't know if that's monthly, if that's weekly. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, stay tuned.
You never know, baby.
You never know.
Well, hey, brother, it was fun. And until next time, we'll see you again. Peace and blessings.